Welcome to Dungeons with Friends. Hey! Yes!
Actual play Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Hard to believe.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and
All
all the
social medias.
And
Ask us for a Discord.
we have a Discord and we'll talk to you.
Yes.
Well, they will.
Yes.
I just don't get on there.
Liz and I don't do Discord.
Yes.
Don't reach out to us on Instagram. I'm kind of bad with that right now. Give it a bit.
Kind of
Depression.
It's hard. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hard,
Kevin's
hard to
gonna
do
do a
things.
recap for us.
I will. Yes. Sorry, I was getting our sounds good. Yes.
Sounds good.
First of
Sounds
all,
good.
yes, Actual Play Dungeons and Dragons podcast and stream. Find us where you find things. Like us where you like things. Follow us where you follow things. All the things.
Just said all of that.
I know, but I was getting levels and I wasn't paying
Trying
attention.
to help you.
Yes.
Someone's focused on his wife.
You
Shot.
could
I-
give the thing, but could somebody else for inspiration?
Nope. Yes. So first of all, big exciting stream news. Our cameras work.
Oh.
Oh, yay.
Yes. So
Can we go get some tape real quick?
everyone can see all of you and we're live. Yes. Very exciting. But yes, because it's been a while since we played, I mean, it's only been a week. I know you're good with dates, Brooks. Because it's only been...
Flashing already.
I feel like someone's jealous of that. Have you been heart reading that for a while, Kevin?
It sounds like it.
Is
Anyway.
that something that
Yeah.
bothers you that I'm
Damn.
really good with dates?
So, previously on our stream, the party had been entreated by Strahd von Zarovich to come and enjoy a nice dinner at his residence. For a while, you all had elected to not go and pursue other interests. But after a while, you gave in and you decided that you would go and hear him out. Mostly to fact find, maybe to learn a little bit more about his background and what else you might be able to use to fight him. When you did go, you were given a surprise opportunity. He and Victra Mordenheim, his guest of the evening, decided to ask you all to go with Strahd von Zarovich to the other domains of dread, which Rudolf van Richten, the person who's been traveling with you all, has been traveling for some time and is apparently intimately familiar with. Van Richten was not immediately thrilled with this prospect and left you all a note saying that after the dinner that he had left, being too put off by your chumminess with Strahd. This turned out to be a ruse, and he was just doing this to get you away from Strahd von Zarovich to discuss this option in more detail, and to also pursue a potential threat to Barovia in the Old Bone Grinder. You all explored the Old Bone Grinder and found it to be occupied with hags, which you all beat summarily. They all died. Barely, but summarily. And in the process, you all accidentally killed one child and mortally injured another.
One
To
time.
say y'all killed, there was a casualty of a unstoppable nature.
Yeah, no one could have foreseen
The
it.
way
Nobody
Avros
checked a
puts
trash
a spin on
can.
things is
Yeah,
perfect.
right, yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
need Avros to announce the end of the world.
Yes.
So, guys, y'all have always had a happy, happy time. And now it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be experiencing some changes. Yes.
That second major coming through.
But you all have now found yourselves outside of the Old Bone Grinder. And you
Long rest.
have enjoyed a long rest.
Thank God.
You all wake and are at the camp. You all wake, I assume, about the same time. What would you all like to do?
Well, I think we ought to get some supplies before we go back to the house so we can get ready to go. Like, we need to get some food and some...
Are we taking Zeke with us? And,
We need to take him back to town for sure. But
but we're
I
not
feel
going
like
back to town. We're
Strahd's-
going back to Strahd's.
Oh no, he's like overlooking.
You can climb over there.
Yeah, why don't you just fly him over, drop him
But
off?
I wouldn't recommend we go searching for supplies because Strahd can probably help us
Yeah.
out a lot with that, and we should save what funds we have, although we don't know who to look at. And maybe they use Fliggins for those.
Maybe it automatically transfers when we go through.
We could
Hey,
just
Van
check the
Richten.
currency rate.
Oh yeah, Van Richten, who has been disassociating in the corner. Huh?
What is like? How much stays the same between domains of dreads? Like, will this gold still buy me plenty?
It is a good question. The gold, it does not change. Most places, gold is gold, you know, so it will buy you things. But there have been places that I've been to where they have weird currencies, and they look at the coins, and you'll remember all of the coins that you have typically have pictures of regents on them. Any coins that you've gotten here have pictures of Stradvan Zarovich on them.
Oh.
Yeah. They go, so, you know, the pictures are different, but the coins, the values are pretty much the same.
Alright.
What are we going to do about him? And he points at the kid, Zeke, who's sitting over there, like, kind of just, like, trying to catch bugs. Huh?
Avros is
I'll
gonna
take him.
back to town and just drop him off.
Okay.
In the middle of town, I guess.
No, I'm gonna take him to the church with his sister.
Isn't she dead?
No, he
Well,
revived
no, we
her.
revived
You
her.
would
That's
recall that he took her back and she was revived.
That's right. Matilda just taking a little nap.
Oh, by the way, I will give you back what gold I didn't give to the priest, because I know I gave him enough to recoup the diamond. I want to say I gave him 100 extra for doing it for him.
I believe you did.
Shouldn't I give you like 400?
I thought he was so
500 back. I'm not gonna.
no, I didn't. I think we gave back 100.
So yeah, the sun is rising over the hills of New Barovia. You are there with Zeke and Van Richten. What do you all do?
Well, I think that we can start heading back to Strahd's. Do you want to go ahead and take Zeke back and then just meet us at Strahd's?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you.
I will not just pluck the child up. I will talk
Yeah.
to him and be like, "Hey, so we'll take a real fast. Hold on, I'm not drop you."
Don't want to drop you because I'm known for doing
I
that.
won't drop
Okay.
I'm gonna switch since I just finished the long rest. I'm gonna switch my armor.
You do so.
you. Yes. Sorry about that.
God, Kevin.
When I was worried Lolo was going to eat it. That's a very reasonable concern.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, easily done. You pluck the child up and fly. He's having a great time flying over the country. He's never been in the sky before. You all can hear off in the distance a happily as Avros and Zeke happily fly off to Barovia and Father Donnie. You all, I guess, start heading on the trail to.
As we start to go, though, I want to ask Van Richten. I want to point at his amulet.
Yeah.
I want to say, how can I get one of those?
He goes, oh, this? He pulls out and it's, he goes, this is called an amulet against proof and detection. He goes, I picked it up in my travels. I hope that we can find more because it is very useful. If we find more, if I can find a way
I
to
called
find
these on
them.
one.
Oh,
I want one.
okay, very good. Yes. As you can see, it has been very helpful in defense against Stradvan Zarovich, who is quite a scryer. I wonder if he watches people when they poop.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yes. So you all continue on. You all had camped at the Old Bone Grinder. You follow the trail back to the main Valkovich Road, and it's not long until you're at the main trail, which now heads north-south, south being the way back to Ravenloft Manor.
So, I feel like Strahd would be upset with you for having left and, sending us on what seemed to be a goose chase. When we think about kind of heading off that anger.
Well, I hadn't really thought of it until now, but you're probably right. He probably will not be too pleased with me. Eh.
Maybe just,
Well, yeah, he was pretty heated when we woke up and you were gone.
The thing is, though, he needs me. He cannot live without me.
that's true.
So
I
what is he
think
going to do? Kill me?
Just, I just think maybe we could say, like, oh, you just needed a little time to...
He knew that we were all gonna go, so he wanted to clear up that issue at the bone grinder first, just so
Well,
he
but
would
is
feel
he going to
better.
be mad that you did that, that we did that?
Yeah, probably.
If he's mad that kids were being put into pies and we stopped that, God.
Guys, he's a vampire. I think it's safe to say that we can't know what he's gonna be mad about.
He can be moody.
goes-
Ain't we all?
He goes, oh.
I love you!
He goes, actually, now is probably a good time. Gather round. He goes, it is vitally important to me, and I think to the rest of us, that Stradvan Zarovich does not actually learn himself how to travel between the domains. This is a secret that I will keep myself.
That'd be new password.
But I will teach you all how to do it.
That is not a good idea.
That is a
No, I-
fantastic
You're not there.
idea. That is a
You're not there.
fantastic- That is a fantastic idea.
Everyone but Avros, the voice of reason, is not there. And so Van Richten has decided that now is the time.
Yeah.
The vitally important time. He goes,
Something's wrong.
He goes, first you must have knowledge of the place you're traveling to. He goes, I have gained this through much research, independent time in my own personal library and in the great libraries of the Sword Coast. But I can share the bits of research that I have with you so that you may be able to understand these domains, even though you've never been to them. But once you have this domain pictured in your mind and you're at the edge of, we call it the mist. Of course, here it is dust. He kind of gestures to the dust that's in the air. He goes, once you're to the mist, you need only picture this place in your mind's eye. And then you must have a talisman from this place, an item of significance. He goes, this I have also secured in my times and travels. He reaches back into his backpack on his wheelchair, pulls it forward, and he pulls out several items. He goes, let's see, he goes, this, he pulls out a big black raven's feather. He goes, this was how I got to Barovia. Yes. Stuffs it back down. This is an interesting one. He pulls out what looks to be like a decaying hand, and you watch it for a second, and it slowly starts kind of moving on its own. He goes, I know, creepy, right? This is for Lamordia, the domain of Victor Mordenheim. Puts it back in. And he goes, this. And he pulls out a gold and black scarab beetle. He goes, this is for Hak-Arir. This is a different domain. It's all sandy. It looks a lot like this, actually. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe it'd be the first place we could go. Just thought it'd be fun. Anyway, he puts it back in. Pulls out the last one. He goes, it's a big black dagger, black handle, and then this sort of like red, this blade with like red gems sort of sewn into it. He goes, this is for Dakan. This is the domain of Aslan Rex, the Great Lich, and the rival to Stradvan Zarovich. I imagine at some point he will be very interested to go there.
See how many I've actually done.
Sure.
Can you finish telling us how to travel?
No, he cannot.
He was
You're
done.
not there.
He
You
was.
cannot-
He was done actually.
Okay.
Cannot be
That was
trusted
the
with
last
that
one.
information.
19 plus whatever my modifier, which is going to be higher.
You don't know anything about it. I know that sounds crazy because that's a high roll, but this is closely guarded secret information.
Not even a 26.
Again, you're aware that there are places that people go to and come back from.
Give me your phone. What stats do you
So-
have, boy?
I know.
But again, there are some checks, they're just knowledge you don't have.
So now
like
that I've
having to
seen each of those objects, I can use find object
Proud of
to get those.
You can. Yeah.
Another question. The mist that you're speaking about.
Yes.
Y'all, it's making me think of when we were on the train coming here and we had to go through that weird haunted house with the kids and all around the house was that mist. Is that, no, but like, is that, does that have something to do with it?
You
I mean,
probably.
it's just-
Describe the mist
You know,
to me.
that would explain why we couldn't leave. Why nobody can leave.
we didn't have a talisman or anything from anywhere else.
No, but that was
So
explains
when
why
we were
people
on the
are trapped
train,
here.
coming here under false pretenses, on the train with two little kids that she got involved with, and then we went into this haunted house kind of thing with these two kids, and then we couldn't get out of it because it was surrounded by all this mist. Does that sound, do you know what I'm talking about?
This sounds like perhaps it is old Barovia. This was they had this sort of thick mist around it. The way the dust is here, it is.
But remember, the house kept rebuilding itself.
Yeah, we tried to
We
set
burned
it
it
on fire.
down once, and it just rebuilt itself.
I do not know about this.
Okay.
Anyway, he's found my secret stash of minis. Anyway, yeah. So, ooh,
Wait,
Helen.
show it to the class.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stop looking.
Show and tell.
Uh,
That's honestly very fair.
no, you get. Anyway, so you all are now on the Valakovich Road, heading south. We'll say at this point you're now at New Barovia. You see the chapel, you land, I presume. You see Brother Donnie is out front, and the little girl is playing out in the graveyard. He goes, oh, hey! Yeah, Abros! As you sort of make your landing with Zeke.
And I'll back to his sister and I'll talk to Donnie and I'll let him know. I don't remember what all I screamed at you last night. It was just a situation. So
that's all
we
right.
found there's a old place called the Bone Grinder. You know what that is?
Oh, yeah, the mill. Yeah.
Yeah. We had weird feelings and stuff was going down.
Uh-huh.
So we were checking it out, and it turns out we're away from
Yeah, so Zeke and his sister have a brief, very emotional hug, and then immediately she goes, "You gotta come see this graveyard." And Zeke goes, "You betcha!" And they go off to
And
play.
I'll tell them if there are any other families around here that their children have gone missing, it's not looking good. There were 3 hags in that building that were turning kids into pies,
Oh.
and they were selling these pies around town. And apparently, they were very.
Wait, these are dream pies? I know folks are getting hooked on them. There are kids in those?
There won't be any more. We killed the hags. We burned down the pies.
Oh.
But if
Paylor be good. And he makes this sort of holy symbol of Paylor.
if any parents come missing, or if you know of any that actually care about their kids, these 2 parents sold them 4 pies.
Oh my god.
Let them know, or don't, that kids.
Oh. Okay. Well, I appreciate you.
Also, no rush, but just, there is a lady in the other big city.
Like you?
Name. We found another kid that's hanging out with Strahd up in his mansion voluntarily for just boning reasons, and we found
Bonin? Oh.
and we've
Makes the holy symbol again.
and anyway, while we were in Valeria, we found a mom who was asking for a kid. We found the kid here.
When people said it was crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, you talking about Mad Maggie and Gertie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, her kid's up with Strahd.
Oh.
Very not injured. Seem to be doing fine.
And the sort of really sad, crestfallen face comes over him because it's the similar fate that happened to DJ. And he sort of looks down. Okay, yeah, no, I'll break that too. Yeah.
And the last bit of news, although keep this one very secretive for a while, and I want to just look around, make sure nobody's watching the birds or suspiciously close.
Yeah, you look around, make a perception check. So you look around, and there are ravens in the sky. They're very high up, not within earshot. But something catches your eye as you're really looking around. You look up and you see what looks to be a small silver dot in the sky. It's hard to tell how far away it is, but you watch it for a second, and it moves just slightly, probably to your perspective, maybe an inch to the right, and then disappears.
Have I ever seen an orb like that before?
You have not. This is entirely new.
Put my wings around us to get
Okay,
as much
yeah.
privacy as possible. I'm just whisper to him like as quiet as possible. We're going to try to deal with Strahd in spread the word. Basically, if this goes to plan, Strahd's going to be gone. He's not going to be dead, but he's going to be gone for a bit. hopefully that will help. If it doesn't, not our bad. Either spread that knowledge or don't. I'm not sure what good it would do, but
Well, I
I
mean,
want you to have steps are being made to hopefully end this.
yeah, no, I'll tell everybody because yeah. Oh, okay, yeah,
You
no,
got time to try to make
no,
some
no,
progress.
no. I get you, Yeah, no, I can do that.
I think that's the news I got. Got anything that you spotted that was weird or special that we should know about?
No. Y'all want? Well, I could probably give you this. And he goes back and brings back 5 flasks of holy water. He goes, I don't know if you need it. Okay, well,
Nothing else in me.
good. Yeah, no, here.
He
Here.
drinks it like fucking water.
Okay, that's not disconcerting at all.
Trust me. I was put my hand on. No,
Oh my god.
but it's good for sussing out other stuff. So I
Okay.
will spread this out among the team. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
And you take care of yourself. And we're going to some weird places, so we're keeping an eye out if there's a way to help your kid. But well, that's your issue. I'll just
Huh? And yeah, he goes,
We're
huh?
still probably gonna have to kill your kid.
Yeah. Anyway, bye.
like I didn't say kill, but I was,
And off
I
you
was
go.
trying to imply some sort of steps were going to need to be taken with the vampire to the church. But
Yeah, you fly off, leaving Brother Donnie looking very pensive on the steps of this church. And we'll say it's not long until you, at the gates of Ravenloft Manor, you all meet up. And so now the party is all together at the gates of Ravenloft Manor.
you guys didn't do anything important while I was gone, right? Alright,
No.
I,
He goes,
I
oh,
reckon-
I did tell them how to travel between the domains of Dread.
Yeah, he did. We all know how to now.
Oh,
and anyways, who wants to go in first? Not Ed.
no, grabbing,
I'll go in.
grabbing.
I just
going.
need to point out that when you made your perception check, you should have made it with advantage because of your robe of eyes.
I agree, but I got a 19. I wasn't gonna get a 20. It was maximum was a 16.
Okay.
And I don't sadly have any pluses in my perception.
I got you. Yes. So you all are at the gates of Ravenloft Manor.
I am trying to stop everybody. So, just so we're clear, you took the secret that is the only reason that Strahd is keeping you alive,
Yes.
and you gave it to two
But we
people,
don't- but we don't have to
who
And
have
he wrote it down.
already been proven to not be able to keep a secret from the vampire.
But we wrote it down
You
too.
cannot keep secrets from the vampire?
I keep secrets.
They immediately gave away your existence.
I did not.
Well, no,
that
that
was
was.
by mistake. And since then, I
you did
have
not do it
been
on purpose.
I have been excellent with keeping my information guarded per the scrying. However, you motherfuckers are not excellent with it. Y'all be saying, you know he can hear everything, damn it. I literally had to write the word in the dust for y'all last time.
I do recall.
It's fine. I recognize. Who here has written down instructions on how to?
But
One.
You want to put it in bag with holding?
I want to get rid of them, guys. We're not friends with this vampire. We need every reason we can to ensure that he needs us as much as more than he wants to kill us. Especially our good friend Van Richten here, who he's blatantly said he only needs that information from. It is, if there is one thing we can do as a team, it is that we cannot let the vampire or anybody else know that we have any sort of idea of how to do it.
I trust you will use discretion with this information.
Well, I mean, I
You trusted
wrote
wrong.
traveling to the domains of dread at top, but I can change
Well,
it.
let me explain why I tell you this. Because this is important information.
Like,
And as of now, aside from my dear Esmeralda, who I do not know where she is, she and I are the only people who know how to do this.
Before we go with Strahd, would you like us to talk to him and see if we can look around and try to find Esmeralda?
I mean, we certainly can. I've tried to send her messages, but she does not respond.
What's the range on your message phone?
Oh, it is anywhere.
Is she dead?
Well, I hope not. I don't.
Like,
Well, if she's
if
not
she
responding.
was, would the magic like fizzle out because the target doesn't work, or would you just not get a response?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, try to send a message to
Somebody
one of the
goes
hags
there.
that we killed.
Oh, yes. And you see he reaches back into his backpack and he pulls out a small bit of copper wire, twists it around his fingers. Hello. My name is Rudolf van Richten. I was the one who killed you. I am calling to test to see if my line works. You may respond to this message.
Now, did that feel similar to when you contacted Esmeralda? Like, did the magic not connect?
It did.
Oh, she's dead.
Well,
Hey,
but, well, hang on though. And he sort of like goes away from you all.
so anyway, blah 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 blah.
Isn't this guy missing half a mouth?
And he comes back, he rolls up, he goes, you may still contact the dead if they are on the plane of the living.
Like their body?
Wait, hold on. Like, contact you as in the dead, or the dead as in if that kid had died, we could have just talked to it.
If his spirit were still on the plane of the living, we could contact him. That is all I would like to discuss on this matter.
Oh, okay, we won't dig any more into that.
So they're trapped.
Nope, we're not gonna dig into that. Do you have a reason to believe that if Esmeralda had been injured or even killed, her spirit would remain?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know how it works. I mean, typically I think it is when you have sort of unfinished business.
Which I assume the two of you are kind of the embodiment of that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that is fair, yeah.
If
I know. Aren't they cute? Sorry. My doggies are over there and they're taking a cute nap.
if Esmeralda's spirit was still trapped here, or not trapped, on the plane of the living, could you put that back in the body?
Back where it came from. So
There's,
help me.
there's a lot of this I do not know.
That's right.
I'm sorry,
Long and short, out of everything we proposed,
Yes.
do you feel like we need to look for Esmeralda, or would you like to look for Esmeralda, or would you like to just
Well-
leave with Strahd?
I don't even know that she is here.
Oh, she might be on a different domain.
Well, she may be.
She
could be
in
anywhere.
A different plane.
We got separated in our travels. Traveling between the mists is dangerous.
Oh, okay. I was under the assumption that you guys both like started
Oh,
the trip together,
no,
so y'all just
no.
landed at different
Oh,
spots.
no. You see, the last place we were in, we traveled together in Lamordia. And then we entered the mists, and then we were attacked by creatures in the mist. We were separated.
Wait, there's creatures in the mist?
Yeah, that's
Hold
my
on.
information.
Oh, yes, yeah, the mists are incredibly dangerous.
So that wasn't
Okay.
part of your note.
Yeah, that.
And that's. I'm gonna need, please, Matilda, for all the pain that you caused me while we were in that fucking building. You please either
Here.
crumple up and eat or burn.
How about this? How not to travel.
It is possible my trust was misplaced. I am beginning to understand.
You're a good
I'm
person.
beginning to understand your apprehension.
I'll
I-
get rid of him. I'll get rid of
Thank
him.
you.
But
Thank you.
but listen up, if it is dangerous and you two got separated, then what's to say all of us aren't gonna get separated?
Oh, it
Yeah.
is absolutely a possibility.
Great.
Question.
So it's
So are
good
you
that we
hoping that we
know.
can lose Strahd there?
It is
We
possible.
could lose Strahd, or is Strahd gonna protect us?
Strodman Zarovich has a vested interest in keeping with us because if he were to get lost in the mists or go to a separate domain,
Big DD energy.
he's gonna not be in a good place. He can't get out, he can't get back. It's a rough place to be.
So, when we talk of getting separated, do we mean like after a certain amount of time in the mist, you just kind of get ejected randomly, or do we mean literally like we weren't holding on to each other, and so like if we tied a rope around each other, would that help?
I will tell you, I have traveled the mist maybe a half a dozen times, really, in total. I'm not really an expert. It is different every single time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it changes or if it changes your perception of it. I don't know. But it's weird. I mean, I'm a half undead person, vampire hunter, and I say it's weird. So perspective.
Sure.
Is there any domains of dread that are not to go to?
None that I know of.
They're called-
So the
Like,
domains of dread,
dread.
Orion.
Yes, none
Is
of.
there one more tropical, less humid, or not less heat?
There's gotta be at least one.
Lamordia is cold.
I'm down
that's
for
gonna
that
be.
one.
I'm gonna be saying that's the last one I want to go
Oh,
to.
no,
I don't
first.
trust that Victor lady. I don't trust her.
Yes, she gives me the
She'll
weeblies.
do some. She get. That's
We-
it. The Weebly. She gives me.
Yes.
We don't trust any of these people.
Oh, you should not trust any of them.
Well,
All
no,
of the
but
Dark
I mean,
Lords.
That one really.
Bad news.
She gonna try to experiment on us.
What? Anyway,
Anyway.
so to your knowledge, it makes no difference if we're just walking together or if we're all tied together with a rope.
No, not really. It is more that we are traveling together in spirit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That is the thing. You only need one person to be able to travel the mist. They may bring as many people as they like. I assume I've only ever brought myself and Esmeralda. Huh.
Have you ever,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Have you ever met or seen any signs of other people in the mist?
No. Only Esmeralda and myself. As far as I know, we are the only people with this information.
So if we start traveling and she's in the mist, can we get her out of the mist?
Hopefully. I don't know.
So when you said
Buddy.
you don't know, you just assume that everyone can travel. Is this like an open door policy?
Why don't we just
when
do
you're holding
this?
door policy with like they open at the mall and people just keep coming and coming and coming? Or is it kind of like those automatic doors where they're like
I do not. At this point, you hear a loud boom behind you, and this enormous black rumbling automobile that you all have seen before suddenly appears, maybe 10 feet away from you all,
Just gonna
making you
start
all
chewing a
collectively
piece of
jump
paper.
in its sudden appearance. It
I'll stand in front of Matilda while she eats the snow.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, you do so. And yeah, the door opens and Stradvan Zarovich comes out. He does not have his hat on because it's hard to fit in the car. And he stands up and puts on his Doug Dimmadome hat.
Hey, Strahd. So it turns out there was just a bit of a misunderstanding. He was not leaving us or anything like that. Our Van Richten, as I'm sure you know, is a very good person. He has a very strict moral compass. And he wanted to deal with a situation at the Bone Grinder. Turns out there was some hags there that were making kids into pies and selling those. You weren't involved in that, right?
And Van Richten possibly goes, yes, I can confirm this. It was just something that I knew about it and I did not want to leave with it weighing on my soul. And I would like for you to make a deception check with advantage.
That was really nice.
Yeah, without advantage because you do not have a robe of eyes of
Just the
deception.
thing I'm the best at.
A robe of side eyes, if you will.
Get like a dozen of those things.
I got a ring, a dice ring. Right?
Yeah, John, you can't judge him. You do the same thing.
That's gonna be a 25.
Okay.
No, that's a 20.
Okay. So he looks at you, and he looks at Van Richten, and he goes, and you felt that this was absolutely essential? And Van Richten, from his wheelchair, who is now probably his head 4 feet below Strahd, goes, absolutely. It was the lives of children. He just fumes for a second.
It's called being mortal.
I would like for you to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, because you're about to die.
Asshole.
That
Oh.
was the definition.
Oh,
of
I
being
wasn't being an asshole.
Just mocking the vampire.
Fuck not my life.
Yep.
One.
Yeah. So you all see Strahd's eyes go snowblind for just a second, and you feel darkness creep into your brain. And I would like for you to make another charisma saving throw.
If
I'm gonna
he
be a
die because he was
10.
Okay. You feel your own hand rise up and punch yourself in the jaw as hard as it can.
No, no.
And I would like for you, what's your strength score? Okay. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I mean, the lightning I'm sure is on the
No, not in that wrong armor. Thunder Goblin.
Yeah.
And suddenly, after that, you feel the darkness fade from your mind.
fair.
Dummy.
Yeah.
That was fair.
I'm sorry. He's so bad.
But I, in the name of camaraderie and friend, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
And friendship, we won't always be on the same page with things, but we will endeavor to tell you from now on when we feel like we don't.
He sort of looks across the group. Come on. And he begins walking up the manor path with you all. You all continue on with him?
Yeah. Avro sneezes just
Yeah. Yeah. Every, after probably you're about 40, 50 feet away, you hear that same crack, and the car disappears.
I'm like,
Yep. And you all go on the path up through the gardens. Again, there are a few people working the gardens. You go up to the front doors of Ravenloft Manor, and he says, "Come on." And he opens the door himself, goes in, and there is the big black beating heart that you all have seen before. This dum 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 dum.
that means still with you.
He goes, "This?
No, it's not real.
Would that it could, but no." Anyway.
But I didn't think it was real. I mean, looking at it, I don't think it's a physical object.
The fuck is wrong with him?
I don't know. He's
Why is
so
he? Why are
intimidating.
you? And he looks back up and he goes, it has sentimental value.
What happened if we were to touch it?
Is it real?
It is real.
I want to touch it.
Wait,
I'm gonna go.
You may poke it if you like to poke this.
wait.
So the heart is real. The sword above it is an illusion.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'd
Yeah.
like to addend to my previous weird thing.
yeah. He goes, but be careful with it. It is fragile.
Heart.
Would I know it's his heart?
No, it's not a heart, remember, it's just a mechanical thing.
You can make an Arcana check. Because I think you're some. I can't tell if you're being astute or metagaming. Maybe a little A, maybe a little B.
It's John. It's B.
Probably B. But we'll see.
Why are we hating?
Seeing as how every time we get in the car after leaving here, he goes, "Okay, next time, this is what you need to do."
I'm gonna say re-roll that one because it hit my hand while I was reaching for some skittles.
Okay. I was like, son of a bitch.
Right.
So,
Thank God. Nat 20.
yeah.
Or this one. The other.
So you inspect this, and it is a physical glass sculpture of a heart.
Did you say Arcana, by the way?
Yeah.
So it was like a 29.
Yeah. So
It
you
was really high.
it's a physical glass sculpture of a heart. It's immaculate. It's anatomically correct, down to small capillaries on the outside you can see, also made of glass. And this black oil is being pumped through it, through the various, atriums or whatever they're called, chambers. And you can sense that there is some sort of magical essence to it, in a way that you've seen magical objects before that aren't damaged, don't age. You can tell this is a magical object. And you, having done detect magic before, realize that its school was abjuration. And that's what you know.
Since knowing it's his heart, I'm gonna give it
You put your arms around it, and it's big. It's probably maybe 5 or 6 feet across, and you kind of teddy bear hug it. And Strahd looks up at you, up from the floor as you're up on the spiral staircase, and he goes, "Dipshit! What are you doing?"
He's got a thing for machinery. You don't let him inspect your car alone, people.
He does. I'm married to him. It's his thing. It's his kink. Sometimes I have to pretend to be an engine.
Get the fuck away from my heart!
I like to go under your hood though.
Please. Immortal vampire.
That's a cold.
That was good.
That's a Coldplay Yankers. Anyway. So
That was so good.
he does the same gesture that I'm doing now, and he crosses to the window and looks out over New Barovia, and just takes a second. He goes, "Benedicta," and Benedicta sort of rolls up to him. He goes, "Hi then.
That is fair.
Why? We have parties like them. They come through once, twice a month. Why then?"
Oh,
What?
wait.
Hold on. We're not your favorite?
All right, no.
We're
no,
not your
that's-
first
That's
choice?
understandable.
Hold on. Wait. Who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are they, Strahd? Who the fuck are they?
Avros is literally
I'm
just on the
listening.
ground in a ball.
I'm just gonna.
And he's just ignoring you. He's like, "Why then? Seriously, was there? Explain." And he Van Richten kind of like looks up at Strahd. He goes, "I don't know. I just like them." And he goes, Do you all need supplies?
Always.
Yes, please.
Do you have any magic items?
I do. And he looks up, and you can see now Rahadin,
The magic fleshlight.
you all hadn't seen before, is
no.
is up. I'm not talking to you. Is up on the spiral staircase by a door on the second floor, and he goes. And Radin gives him a brief nod and goes into the door. He goes, "I have the mundanities prepared for you all," and he gestures over. You all now see there are several large bags off to the side. He goes, "It's filled with food, rations, water, the necessities of life that you all need to keep your fragile, ridiculous mortal bodies alive. And yes, perhaps I do have some things that might be a bit more interesting.
Are these things you gave out to the other groups?
You want them?
Yes.
Okay." And
Please talk to your wife.
and
She
Rahadin
doesn't deal with jealousy well. She'll fucking shank a bitch.
Rahadin comes back.
Literally.
Now carrying a single sort of haversack over his back, and he begins handing items to Strahd one by one. He goes, "This." He pulls out what seems to be a small derby hat. He goes, "This will help you be disguised if you need it."
I'm a changeling.
Yeah, they're both
Yes, I figured you two probably would not.
I think
I'd
the
like
one
the
that
bird
needs
hat.
it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly the giant
Yes.
bird.
Big bird.
Put
He
on
goes,
a
"This
hat.
is probably good for you." And you put it on, and it allows you to cast Alter Self at will. Yeah.
Do I have to attend to it?
It does not require attunement, I don't think. Check your D&D Beyond. It's a standard item. It is the Hat of Disguise. Yeah. He goes,
Probably.
"Seems useful to you." Yes. He goes, "You," and he points at Judy. He goes, "I have something for you." And he reaches down and he pulls out what looks like a telescope. He goes, "This, I think, would be a useful addition to your firearm." And he says, "I believe probably Van Richten will probably be able to assist you in the installation of it. But it is a telescopic scope. And what it will do is it will increase the range of your weapon to 300 yards at disadvantage and 120 standard yards.
Get it, Judy.
It's got big range.
Yeah.
And can you tell me the numbers again?
So it's 120 standard range and 300 at disadvantage. Oh, this is feet, sorry, not yards. Yeah.
300
Zach, you've probably seen this before.
At disadvantage?
Yeah. So Zach's in the chat, and yeah, I'm stealing an item from Zach.
Oh, he's like, oh wow.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. No, he made a really cool guide to firearms.
Why don't you just blow him, Kevin?
It's really.
That's a quick escalation.
I'm
Stealing items
he's
to
a nice
blowing.
guy.
How do I make? Because it does require attunement. How do I make that it doesn't have it?
Oh, that means that it does not require attunement. I don't think it does.
Oh,
it does.
Say 8?
Oh,
Is that the 8?
It doesn't
yes. Yeah. So then, yeah,
You
you.
have the 8, yeah.
That means it's not currently attuned. I think.
Yeah.
Got it. So how do I?
So
Yeah,
you
John.
can
can
only
check.
do it once a day. I think after a while.
Yeah, it takes an hour to attune.
Or I thought it was longer.
It's an hour. Yes, and he looks at Matilda. He goes, "You're very easy to hit."
What?
Yeah, and he pulls out. He goes, "This is leather armor. It's very good. Please wear it."
I think I have leather armor.
He goes, "You should take it though."
Oh, okay.
You
thank
take it. You now have +2 leather armor.
Ooh, watch out, y'all.
Yeah, so your AC.
Oh, you're right. I didn't have it. I had light armor.
Yeah. Your AC would then become, I think it's 13 base, +2, plus your dexterity.
16.
16.
So now my AC is 16.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna put the leather armor on.
Yeah.
Eat dick.
Yeah. And he looks at you and goes, "You have a penchant for these items, right?" Very good. And he reaches down and he pulls out a small like orb, and he sort of wills it over to you. You see it float over to your hands.
Trying to like.
Yeah, it is a drift globe. It's basically you can make a light appear, and you can use it to sort of like light dark areas and scout ahead. A drift globe. Yeah, well, now you have it. Yeah.
I would like to cast Detect Magic, by the way, just to all the stuff you prepared.
Yeah.
I as a player don't know what I necessarily would be looking for, but I wanted to see if there's ways to track to this armor.
Those are not things that you could get with detect magic.
Okay, I wasn't.
You get what the way he's described these items. You get the appropriate schools of magic for them.
Oh no, I was talking about our like basic bitch stuff that he said he'd set out, like the
Oh.
and everything. Like just I want to
Yeah. You don't get anything from. Good call though. Yes. So,
Kevin, I am not familiar with the difficult.
do you find it in D&D Beyond?
No, I don't.
Pretty standard item. Drift.
I just looked up orb.
Oh yeah, drift globe.
Globe.
You keep saying the word orb.
You keep saying orb, and I keep saying drift globe.
And
Yes.
you're just like, oh, I don't get it.
Yes.
I can't find it.
Yes. Drift globe.
Oh, we love you, John.
Yes.
What is up with the heat?
Tonight, it's
so easy.
like 11 a.m.
And he looks at you, Avros, and he goes, and he looks at Van Richten, and he goes, "Do you think I should tell him?" And Van Richten looks at him and goes, "Tell him what?" "Bring out your amulet." Yeah. And you see Van Richten's face light up, and he looks at Strahd, and he looks at the amulet, and he looks at Strahd, and he looks at the amulet. He goes, "He doesn't know what it is."
Just say it.
He goes, "Oh no, no, no! It is very good news for you." And he walks over and puts a hand on your shoulder. He goes, "It is called the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind."
We're gonna travel.
And you suddenly feel with this. You feel that this amulet that you've kept that's given you your magical powers. It now has. So it doesn't require attunement. Oh no, it does require attunement. He goes, "Think on it next time you take a rest. Meditate with this item, and I think some new things will come to you." But you can add the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind, which again is I think a standard magic item in D&D Beyond, to your inventory. Yeah. Yeah. And so he looks, he goes, "You are welcome, Count Stradvan Zarovich, for these great gifts that I have bestowed upon you."
Sorry, I'm just checking myself out.
Yes.
I don't think you care, but do you want some gold?
No.
Okay.
So, what do you all think? Maybe we set out at sunset?
Why not now?
Yes.
Oh well, sun,
Yes,
vampire.
I thought.
Do we need any gold just in new land?
You all have gold?
We have gold, but it's all got your face on it.
Yes. Of course.
But in the new land, shouldn't it have someone else's face?
And
We'll deal with that then.
he looks at Van Richten and he goes, "Oh, well, they'll still take it. They take gold, gold is gold,
they'll
but
just weigh it.
yeah, they just, they,
It's like, why do you have a weird faced guy on this one?
yeah, speaking of people travel. I'll tell you. I'll give you the stats in a minute. Yeah.
Strahd, is there a particular domain you want to go to first?
Ooh.
Actually, wait. I'm sorry, Strahd. I didn't want to cut you off or anything, but I just realized you said that you don't know how to travel between domains, and yet Victra's here.
Yes. I invited her.
How did Victra? Oh, so if you're invited, you can come through.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is how you all came.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you're not invited to other realms. It's kind of the whole vampire thing. You got to be invited to enter.
Yes, exactly. It's
Wait,
similar.
wait.
Yeah.
Is it specifically because you're a vampire?
Well, no, that's just a standard rule.
Well-
Vampires can't really enter into places without being invited.
Well, yes and yes. Vampires cannot enter, but also, my understanding is that the overseers of the domains can select who comes in and out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
So where we gonna go first?
And you all, I would like for everyone to make insight checks.
19.
13.
3.
Oh, we don't know shit about fun.
7.
You don't know shit about
with
Buck.
modifier 7, but
You don't know shit about Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Here, baby, I want to hand over a sperm dice to you because those can be lucky.
So, Matilda and Avros, you're watching Strahd closely. You because you watch everyone closely. You because you're nervous
Your
around him.
eyes.
And he looks almost embarrassed when you ask him which domain of dread he wants to go to first.
I was just gonna say, I don't want to go to Victra's domain.
Oh no, I would not. That's
What? So, how come you're not really wanting to say which one you want to go to first?
I thought it might be good to let
Well, no, but
Van Richten decide which one we
No.
want to go to first.
but
He doesn't know anything. The only one he knows about is Victra.
you only know about one then.
I know about others.
Then what are they?
Please, leave it. Please.
You see him just seethe for a moment. He goes, Van
don't worry.
Richten, which one do you want to go to? And Van Richten looks at you and looks at Strahd. I was thinking that perhaps, Hakar would be a good one to start.
Ah,
Hakar.
Say Hak. Say Hak.
Hak.
Ah.
Arr.
Hak.
Hak.
Ah.
Arr. Okay, so you want to get this portal. Oh my god!
You're very close.
I love Avros. So do you want to get the portal open and we all go through?
Oh.
So you know about this one, Strahd, right?
It's not a portal.
Uh,
we have to go to the edge
He goes.
Oh yeah, go to the edge of the mist.
He goes.
Let's not put.
What?
Maybe we'll let Van Richten tell us.
So that thing
Oh,
you did
it
to
is.
Orion, where you just made him punch himself, you have full permission. I will not judge you in the slightest to just make her claw
He,
herself.
or Strahd just suddenly seems overwhelmed with you all. Is like, we leave at sunset. You all would know that it's now late afternoon, so you've got a few hours.
I guess we should probably go short rest at least to build up some energy.
I'm gonna go to the. I'm assuming he has a library.
He does? Yeah.
You do?
I'm going to go there and see if I can find information. Just even the names, like ones that are various.
That's where
Okay.
he has his desk, right?
Yeah.
I want to go with Orion.
Okay.
Gonna ask you.
Okay. Yeah. So you two can hang back for a second for a private convo. Matilda, what are you doing?
Strutting around in that leather armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably just gonna follow Strahd around.
Okay.
Just kind of like
Yeah.
learning about him.
Yeah. So Strahd actually is just going to go to the lounge and have a drink.
I'll just sit there with
But
him.
yeah, you can do
Have
so.
a cigar.
Yeah, have a cigar.
If
Yeah.
Matilda's gonna be there, you can go with Orion. I just wanted somebody to be with me.
Okay.
And I will go try to talk to Strahd, and I will ask him if what is going to happen to Gertie.
Yeah.
Just because we met her mom, and she was the pastor said that that's kind of like what happened to her.
Yeah. And you're sitting there in the lounge with Matilda and Strahd, puffing. Strahd's just puffing away on the cigar.
I just have this idea of him freaking out if I'm Strahd as well, and there's two of us.
Yeah.
I
So-
would.
So you go
I'm gonna
in.
do that.
So you go in and you see two Strahds sitting in the lounge, and Strahd looks at you and goes, "We've been waiting for you, Avros."
I'm doing like a military type, just about face.
Yeah.
Just
As you do, you hear this echoing laughter.
and I will wait for Judy or Orion.
Yeah.
This is fun, no?
He goes. He takes another puff. He goes, "You know you're my favorite, right?"
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not going back in there.
Yeah. So the three of you go to Strahd's library. You are all trying to find books on the domains, or
I'm
what
not.
are you?
I'm going.
You're looking for
I
books
want to
on the
write another
domain.
letter.
You were writing another letter. What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if he has the books that we pulled from the house that were about demonology. Do those books appear to be here as well?
So let's do. You make investigation and you make an investigation check.
He's not terrible.
Oh, 22.
Okay.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. So you are looking around, and what were you looking for again?
Me and Strahd had briefly conversed about me giving him some of the books on
Yeah, on
demonology.
demonology. So there are, first of all, a refresher of what this room looks like. It's 2 stories with a wraparound balcony around the room. There are thousands of books. Of all the things you've seen, Strahd has some pretty nice stuff. This is probably the room that has the most valuable things in it. There are scrolls and ancient books.
That's pretty cool.
And you see it is well organized, and you're very quick to find things. There is an entire stack of demon and devilry study.
Oh, actually, can I cast Detect Magic and see if there's any like magic books?
Yes. Yeah, you cast Detect Magic, and you get a ping probably 3 or 4 shelves over with some scrolls that are sitting on a shelf. You pull them out, you can make an Arcana check.
Just so you do know, I do have a feat that lets me read any language.
Okay.
I don't know if that's relevant at this point.
Yeah. So you pull these up and you recognize the different languages of these. There are notes in the bottom in Elvish, Infernal, different languages, but there are runes, and you try to make heads or tails of them. You feel like these are spell scrolls, given what you know, but you can't tell what spells they are.
Would he know that I speak Elvish?
Well, he says he can speak any
Oh,
language.
he does. That's
Yeah.
right. I forget
I
that.
can't speak. I can
Or he can read any language.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Would I be able to Can I see these as I'm spells?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check as well.
22.
Yeah. So Avros, you're standing there looking at these, and you're like, I can't make heads or tails. What the fuck does this say? And Orion comes behind you, and he starts telling you what each of the spells are. He goes, this is a spell scroll of detect magic, a spell scroll of animal friendship, and a spell scroll of scrying.
None of us can make permanent use of it. That's a weird thing.
Yeah, only wizards, or if you had taken Pact of the Tome, you could have. Orion, you have an hour, or you're taking an hour, I guess, to do all this. You find very quickly the section on geography, and you're a fast reader. And you go through these tomes, and now with the knowledge that these places exist, that there are places where you go and you don't come back, and they're overseen by a Dark Lord, you suddenly start putting things together. And you start saying, well, is this a domain of dread? Like, is this a domain of dread? Well, what about this one? And you realize there are reports of Lamortia in these books on geography, and it suddenly clicks. You're like, it's a domain of dread, of course. Those stories about people going there and not coming back. It's a secluded region, and some of them you put together are real geographic places. But Hakair doesn't appear anywhere in these records.
I'd like a clerical question. From what we learned, is it like all of these places were on Earth at some point, and then a magic bubble just basically closed it off, or are these like completely separate things?
Don't know.
Hey Ryan, do you know what it is?
Yeah, again, with the knowledge you've been given, you don't know.
They're legitimate geographies.
Yeah, I mean, you were aware Lamortia is a place on the map, and New Barovia is a place on the map. Old Barovia is a place on the map.
They exist. They just
So
But-
some of them maybe.
But
some of them.
but Hakarir, nowhere on the maps.
If I write Hakarir down, does it
Can I
translate
even-
into anything else?
Can I even find that on the map? Period. At all?
Hakarir? No, you said it.
No. Yeah, you peruse
Well, like, I
all
don't
of the
know if this
geographic
is, like, a
tomes.
town or
Yeah, you peruse all the geographic tomes. Nothing. Okay. Yeah. What letter are you writing, Judy?
Sweet baby Billy Bob. Judy again. And I'm writing to tell you that I'm leaving New Barovia. I'm not sure where we're going yet, but we're trying to help the town. So don't come anymore if you already came. Sorry.
Look to see if your letter's been sent yet. Because that was yesterday. Mailman might not
Has
come
my
back.
letter been sent?
It is not in the inbox.
Okay, so don't come if you're already coming. Sorry. Take care of Betsy, please. Still. Also. Don't come here. I know I already said that, but I really mean it. Like, don't come here.
Don't come here.
I just
I-
want
I
to know
like
what you're
the
eating.
idea.
He's like, okay, that means I need to go there, right?
Like for real, don't come here, baby Billy. And so love you much. Hopefully see you, some other time. Okay. I guess that's it. And then I'll sign off.
I guess that's it, a part of the letter?
Well, I guess that's
No,
it.
that's it. Tell me something. So put it in the envelope and put the little seal on and stick it in there. And
I love that, but I can only see it going one way. Your brother, who loves you more than life, gets this letter that says, "I'm in danger. I need help." Just drops his shit, grabs his gear, and heads on out. And like
Yeah.
a day later, another letter shows up that
never mind.
never
we're
mind.
good.
Never mind.
And there's
All
no
good.
one there to read it.
Just was having a
Yep.
moment.
tried.
All right. Any other
It'll
business?
probably take some time to like
Gather his
gather supplies,
Right.
make friends, like gather a party.
Any other business before we end this episode and take a break?
Do you want me to
Y'all
start
be
my
careful, or
now
Kevin's
next
gonna write
time?
another campaign based off of the
You
brother.
can. Yeah, we'll say in this time you can take time to attune it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Can I just go?
What are you looking for?
Could hold up stuff on like the various leaders of each of the.
I mean, I'll let your roll carry. Again, this is secretive knowledge. So Strahd does not possess information of this because he doesn't know
He doesn't
about
know
it.
it.
So if it were in his
Yeah,
library,
you
he'd
don't.
probably know.
Never mind.
So you look for a while, you spend the rest of your time, you all eventually leave Orion as he's perusing these books. You don't find anything else useful. No. Okay. Well, I think that's a good place for us to take a break.
Yay!
And we'll be back in just a hooch.
Do it too.
That was a fun episode, though.
That was. I do like that we scared the shit out of
Yeah,
Orion,
did you-
or,